Okay. Are we live?
Live.
Okay. Great. Hi, Hitesh. Thank you very
Hi.
much for joining us for a quick conversation today, and it's lovely to have you here. This is the first time we are having these conversations for our viewers and for our followers on social media. Hitesh, it's been a great journey with GIBIE, and it's lovely to see how the brand has been growing over years. And I myself have been part of this journey with you. But just for our viewers, we thought it's always good to put some light on certain things, and what is going on at the background. And especially let's start with something which is as basic as how did GIBIE happen? I mean, it's so close to you as a project, and being the founding member of the company, I am really keen that the people should know how did this happen.
Yeah, for sure. I've been in textile industry for more than 7 years or more than 8 years now. And textile industry, I've seen the textile industry, how it works, from right from the fiber level to, you talk about, yarn level or fabric making and everything till dyeing and finishing. And while working in the industry, I saw how, the pollution that this industry creates at all these levels that I just spoke about. And, it was really disheartening for me to see, these things, and I being part of such an industry, that's how I thought, like, I should do something to change this. And that's when I started, looking for alternative dyeing methods, where we can, stop the water pollution or prevent the water pollution to some degree. And that's when, I came across Ayurvedic dying practice. I started learning about it. We started doing experiments with the manufacturers and the dyeing units. And after like 2-3 years, almost 3 years of research, we came up with our products, and that's how the GIBIE was born. And it's been sort of a huge learning curve, and
That's really nice, Hitesh. That's really nice, and it's always lovely to hear this story. And I'm sure our followers are really keen to get deeper into it, and I'm sure we will have more such episodes with you. Getting into each and every subject. I mean, just to briefly touch upon one of the key aspects of GIBIE is the ethical standards that GIBIE swear by. Do you want to just briefly touch upon? We'll not take much time because we have a capped conversation here. Just briefly touch upon some key ethical standards that GIBIE as an organization has been following.
Yeah, for sure. GIBIE is of course just not about being sustainable. Sustainability is a very big part of our existence, but ethical bit also has a big priority. When I say ethical, we mean the factory workers are taken care of. There's no child labor involved. The working conditions are right. The factory workers are being paid properly in time. So these are also very important. Now, for us, it's so important that we make sure that we visit the factory and see that those things are being actually, followed, and not relying on third party. In fact, because there are many certifications and third parties that say that they can do it on your behalf. But for us, it's important to go there and visit the factory and see. And when I say visit the factory, not just once in a year, but a regular visit to the factory whenever the production is going on, making sure that those things are taken care of. And the best way to know is just go to a factory worker and talk to him. I am
sure, Hitesh, I'm sure our followers would love to visit one of those Ayurvedic Dying factories. I'm sure it's a retreat in itself. I don't know if GIBIE can, surprise with some packages of visiting these wonderful factories. Hitesh, do you, coming to my next question, what role do you think Ayurvedic dyeing will play in the future of, the textile industry at large?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Ayurvedic dyeing is still at a very nascent stage, I would say. But the good thing is, the people have started realizing the importance of such dyeing methods, and we are seeing a trend towards herbalism. To a large extent, it's happening everywhere around the world. Whether it's Western world or in Asia or for that matter, in Middle East, so people are moving towards herbal products. So Ayurvedic dyeing is just not being herbal. It's more about being healthy as well while being herbal. And it changes entire idea of dyeing in textiles. And as more and more people get aware and they start demanding such products, Ayurvedic dyeing will become more popular, and there will be more, proper methods and machineries and processes set which will make it easily available for the masses, which is right now a sort of a challenge that we are trying to solve as a company. And yeah, I see a great future or a great movement toward Ayurvedic dyeing in near future.
It's always wonderful to hear such things, Hitesh. We believe that we are in the right place at the right time, being a part of this business. But still, Hitesh, do you think Ayurvedic dyeing as a process, as a practice, has the potential to replace the massy chemical dyeing in the coming years?
I would say it won't replace exactly, because that's in near future. Eventually, it'll take some time because it's still, lot needs to be done, and lot needs to be understood. Of course, there will be, and I'm hopeful that more alternative dyeing methods in textiles come up, so that our aim as a brand is, as a company is to make sure that textiles industry become cleaner. So there can be other methods, and we would support those methods as well. But what I can say is, in future, textile industry will become sustainable and cleaner through herbal dyeing, through Ayurvedic dyeing, through other dyeing methods. Herbal dyeing or Ayurvedic dyeing is, of course, the cleanest method right now possible. And there could be other methods that will be cleaner, but might not be 100% cleaner because of various reasons, which we can go into details later. But yes, to answer your question, it'll become cleaner. It'll replace the methods to some extent, but of course there will be other methods, dyeing methods that will come up which are sustainable as well. People will, and also there will always be people who will not care about environment. To be very frank, there's always, you can't expect 100% of the population on Earth, to just go herbal. So replacing everything might be wishful thinking for now, but yeah, certainly there will be a huge move towards it.
Thank you, Hitesh. I mean, I take that as the future definitely looks greener and cleaner, and we can definitely see the shift in the mindsets of our consumers. Okay, coming to my last question of today's conversation, when it comes to future, what is in it in store for GIBIE in the near future? Do you look at adding more products to your portfolio? Are there any other new technologies that you're bringing in? Everybody is really looking forward to what GIBIE has to offer to its green-loving consumers.
Sorry, I didn't get that question.
Yeah. Okay. Hitesh, I think there was a network issue. We need to bear with that. My question was, everybody is looking forward to a greener and a cleaner future. My question was, what are we looking from a GIBIE's perspective? What's in store for future from a GIBIE's perspective? Are we looking at more products to come in? Are we looking at any other new technologies to come in? I mean, the people who follow sustainable brands and products, they are really eager to understand what's more coming in.
Yeah. So right now, our product range is basically in bath linen sector. And we do have plans to come up with more product range. Our focus is, of course, Ayurvedic living. So we for now we do plan to stay with bed and bath linen segment, but Ayurveda being focused, you never know what we might come up with. Some things might be in plans. So let's see. Ayurveda is the focus, so products around Ayurveda are into considerations.
That's great, Hitesh. Future looks bright and full of surprises. Thank you very much, Hitesh, for logging in today. This is me, Himanshu. I am from the team GIBIE. This was our first ever quick conversation, candid chat with Hitesh, who is the CEO of GIBIE. We look forward to having more conversations with different specialists from sustainable world. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Himanshu, for having me, and it was really nice conversation, our first one. And I look forward to more in
Thank
future.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Signing
Bye.
out.